Helen Darrow with the Taylor Automotive family. I am here at Sylvania, McCord Jr. High School, and we are going to talk to the principal, Susan Felver. There's some exciting things going on inside this building and out in the community. Let's go in and talk to this woman about what's going on. Susan Felver, good morning. Former unbelievable first female athletic director in Sandusky and Sylvania Southview, and now principal here at McCord Junior High. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Could you tell us a little bit about your history and what motivated you to get behind the wheel here at McCord Junior High?
Yeah, so we moved to Sylvania from Sandusky 11 years ago, and I originally took the role as athletic director at Southview, as you had mentioned. I was there for 3 years, and then a position as assistant principal here at McCord opened up, providing a lot of different opportunities for me career-wise. And so I talked to the administration at the time and was able to kind of make that transition over here. And I have been here for the last 9 years. I was assistant principal for 6, and then about a little over 2 years ago, there was a transition where the current principal moved into a position at the central office, and I interviewed to move into this desk as principal.
Oh, great. What are a few of the most challenging as well as rewarding aspects of what you do?
So honestly, the rewarding part is the things that you get to see as kids come in as 6th graders and then they leave as 8th graders, and you've watched them mature and grow, and you really get to see the effects of the work that you're doing with them and that the teachers are doing with them on a daily basis. But you don't see it every day. You see it at the end. You see it as they're growing. The challenging aspects, I mean, it's hard to stay in education today. Just the changes that have taken place, the mandates that are coming, both funded and unfunded. It is difficult to make decisions that will make everyone happy, which I guess that's in any role of leadership.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have to balance the decision with the highest impact, and sometimes it means you have to make tough decisions, and sometimes it means that not everyone will be happy. But ultimately, I think once you come to terms with the fact that you sometimes are going to make decisions that are tough and probably won't make everyone happy, then you become more comfortable being in the role of leadership,
Okay.
I think.
Well, that being said, would you encourage others to get behind the wheel of this line of work?
That's a great question. No, honestly, I have really, really enjoyed this role, this chance to impact. It's like I loved being a teacher, but here I get to have the contact of being a teacher, but I also get to see and help adults and families and communities. And honestly, some of my favorite things that we've done here at McCord have involved opportunities that we've found to bring the community and the families into McCord to kind of see some of the great things that we're doing and the great kids that we have and the great teachers that we have.
Right. Well, this may sound redundant, but you've already mentioned a few here, but what are some other things you're most proud of here at McCord?
I think without question, I'm the most proud of the Amazing Shake program that we, last year was our first iteration, our first version. The Amazing Shake is a national program that focuses on soft skills that we want young adults to have: how to introduce yourself to someone, how to shake their hand, and
how to be interviewed,
how to walk into a situation you're unfamiliar with and navigate your way, how to interview for a job or call and make a phone appointment or make an appointment on the phone, how to pay a bill, how to pick out an appropriate attire for an interview.
Do you offer this to adults?
Maybe that'll be in phase 2.
Okay, sign me up.
It has been, last year we wanted to do it. It was my first full year as principal, my first full year with Melissa Tusing as my partner as assistant principal. And we felt strongly that this was the right time to try and implement it. We had wonderful, tremendous support from the community and from business owners and volunteers who were willing to come in and be judges and help our kids. And our Amazing Shake program, which is for all of our seventh graders. Our seventh graders showed up on January 24th, and they just crushed it. They were nervous. They were scared. Some of them said, I don't want to do that. And then because we had prepared them and we had worked on that time throughout the previous months, they walked in and they just shined. They really did. And they walked out going, that really wasn't so bad.
No, it was amazing. I was, as you know, I was the volunteer of, they had to come and make an appointment with me. And it was just as a volunteer, it was just a wonderful experience and so vital to.
It was, for me, I've gotten to see a lot of great things in education over 20 years. Without question, the most rewarding day I've had in my career. It was what we hoped it would be, and more importantly, it had the impact we wanted it to have on the kids.
For everyone involved.
Yes,
students,
absolutely.
Volunteers. It was well done. So excited you're doing that again.
Yes, we are excited.
That's great. What's the one piece of advice you could give anyone who would dare to get behind the wheel as a school principal?
Honestly, I think the piece of advice I would give is be willing to have the tough conversations, even if they're tough and they cause sleepless nights or they, cause the anxiety afterwards and you wonder how it went. I think the important part is to have a tough conversation, whether it be with a colleague, a student, or a parent. Ultimately, if you address something head on, then you can work toward making a pivot to the right direction or a positive direction. And I think it's real easy to avoid conversations. Adults do it all the time. Kids definitely do it. But I think that if you're willing to have the tough conversations sooner than later, then you're going to be better off for it.
Absolutely. Well, it was truly a pleasure being here with you today, and thank you for all you're doing to shape the future minds and leaders of our community.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, Susie Felver, for encouraging and shaping the young minds of tomorrow. We so appreciate all you and your team do here at McCord. Let's go hit the road and see who's next in the driver's seat.